The Desert Retreat. When I grow tired of cold winters, or when the rainy days follow one another in such a long line that it seems the sun has forgotten the way to our neighborhood, there's a special place I go. I thought you might like to go there too. The first thing you notice when we get there is how wonderfully warm the air is. The sky is so very blue, and somehow it seems wider and higher and clearer than any other sky you've ever seen. I enjoy just breathing here because the air feels so clean and pleasant. Now let's lower our eyes from that big blue sky and see where we are. We're standing in the golden sand of the desert. Ahead, as far as you can see, sand stretches onward into the distance, sometimes flat, and sometimes rolling in little hills like golden waves. You can take your shoes and socks off and walk barefoot in the desert sand. Go ahead. I'll wait for you. Doesn't that soft, warm sand feel good between your toes? Turn around and look behind you for a wonderful surprise. There, right behind us, is a whole range of high red rock mountains. They climb right up from the edge of the desert into the clear blue sky. About halfway up, and all the way to the top, you can see forests of green pine trees. And on the peaks of the highest mountains, there's even snow. It's odd to look up and see snow and know how chilly it must be up there, while down here at the foot of the same mountains, it's so nice and warm. Look over there. Nestled at the foot of the beautiful mountains is a wonderful house. It's 1 story high and quite wide, and it's the colors of the gold and white sand and the red mountains. There are big picture windows looking out across the desert on one side and up the mountains on the other. If we walk over and around behind the house, we step out of the desert onto a walkway. And look, there's a second low building behind the first one. In between, there are large, gently rounded boulders set every few feet, with a path wandering between them. There's a swimming pool there, its clear blue water reflecting the clear blue sky above. Everything is so still. Except, do you see it? A white dove is flying over the house. You can look up to see her, or you can watch her reflection as she flies high above the pool. How lovely. Let's glance in the doors of the building closer to the mountain. There are rooms with all sorts of paints and canvases and paper and clay and other kinds of art materials. We could make something wonderful here. And this other room holds musical instruments, everything from guitars and a piano to, well, just about everything. It's fun to go in there and make music. We can do that tomorrow, or create some art in the art studios. In between, if you like to swim, you can do that too. Or just dangle your toes in the water in the shallow end of the pool. For now, though, let's go into the first building we saw, the one closer to the desert. This is the house, and we can enter through this glass door near the pool. It's cooler inside and very modern. This is the living room. The furniture is in soft shades of blue or red, like the sky and the mountains. There are sofas and chairs and footrests and beautiful, carved, low wooden tables. And there are big, bright paintings framed on the walls. There's another piano in here, too. Why don't you play a few notes? Say, that's pretty. In between the big pictures and the large windows, there are wide, deep shelves built right into the thick walls, with cushions on them. You can curl up here with a book. There are lights built into these spaces. Let's go through this doorway. In here are the bedrooms. This one's yours. The furniture is light wood, almost sand color, and the sheets and the pillows are soft blue or red again. The closet doors have mirrors on them, and they slide open or closed. So does this door that goes outside onto a patio. Let's go out. We've been so busy looking around, we didn't even notice it's getting late. It's sunset already. Desert sunsets are especially bright with colors. See the purples and pinks and yellows and oranges in the sky? Way off in the distance, there is the first evening star. Let's stop and make a wish. I bet our wishes come true. Well, the sun is setting pretty quickly, and our old friend the moon has come up, bathing the desert in soft golden light. Now, the high, wide sky we saw earlier is just filling up with stars, more stars than we've ever seen, twinkling happily above us. It's time to get some sleep. Tomorrow we'll play, but tonight, why don't you just slip into your bed and relax? The sheets are clean and cool, and the bed is set so that if you want to, you can look out to the moon-bathed desert with all those stars spread above, all around the moon. Take one more good look out over the sand and say good night to the stars and the moon, and close your eyes and sleep and dream about that white dove we saw earlier, quiet now on a rock or a branch as she rests through the night, just like